Nick speaking, and welcome to this video. Right, I don't know if you remember last year, Tyranid time, the end of last year, I basically had this massive painting challenge to myself to finish my Tyranid army, and I managed to achieve it, which was fantastic. But since then, I've received very generously from 3 people some more miniatures, and that was the Harpy stroke Hive Crone from Martin McNeil, which he gave me incredibly kindly, because he basically said that if I complete my challenge, he will send me that mini, and he did. So thank you, Martin, that was awesome. I then had the Toxicrene sent to me by Mike Scott from Pink Eye Productions, and that was again for a gift. Thank you, Mike. Awesome gift, thank you so much. And then I had from Martin Addy, Addy. Sorry Martin, you're going to have to tell me how you pronounce your name. He sent me the 1/2 of the box set, the Tyranid half, with the Blood Angels stroke Tyranids, and he sent me the Tyranid half, which was again absolutely awesome, so thank you Martin for that as well. It's also meant that obviously I hadn't finished my army, so I've got my Warbus Tay painting challenge, which is where I'm going to basically paint the Hive Crone and the Toxicrene, and I'm going to do the Broodlord as well, the limited edition one. I'm going to paint those up for the main challenge, because I really want to paint those miniatures, as obviously I was given them for, you know, very generously given them, so I want to get those done. And I mentioned in the challenge video, the intro one, that if I finished those models, I was going to have a go at painting something else from the Tyranid collection that I've got, so maybe the Gene Stealers, etc., something like that. Well, that's got me thinking, and although I am painting my Space Wolves, I do love to have other things on the go as well, because you know, don't always get an opportunity to paint. Sometimes, you know, you might have half an hour spare, but you don't have time to get all the paints out, but you do have time to do something. So I like building miniatures. So I thought what I would do is build the rest of the Tyranids up, so that if I do get some more painting time during the month of May, I've got the minis ready to go. And that is why you are looking at these 2 old school Tyranid Carnifexes. And these are obviously from my Stinger Hive fleet. I only have 2 Carnifexes, but they're obviously both this old school design. And obviously in the 1/2 of the Tyranids there is a Carnifex. Now, on a previous video I mentioned that I had plans to make that Carnifex into an old One-Eye, so that I can have him a little bit different from my normal Carnifexes. In the future, if I want more Carnifexes, I shall get some of these old ones to match in. So all of my Carnifexes in my army will be this design, which opens up the opportunity to do the old One-Eye with the other kit that I've got. Now, originally I was thinking, yeah, that's no problem, I'm just going to convert him up. But on closer inspection, I actually realised that the kit includes an old One-Eye option, an old One-Eye head. So I thought, awesome. So I've gone ahead and I've done it. So after all that ramble, I'm going to show you what I've been up to. So here we go. Old One-Eye. I think he's going to look really cool in the army, because he's going to match, but he's different. So I'm pleased that I've decided to go this route with old One-Eye. Now, I've posed him in, let's just get these guys out of the way. I've posed him on this rather odd base which is supplied. I tried to pose him so that you could actually see that he is old One-Eye with his eye like missing. So what I did is I rotated him round so that when you're viewing him from the front of the base, that's his eye right there. So So I thought that works quite well, because sometimes the heads can get lost in the miniature, where the miniature's so big and the head's quite small. I didn't want that one eye like sort of hidden, so that's how I posed him, the best that I could, to try and get that eye to be very, very visual. I have no idea how I'm going to paint that, because obviously this is my colour scheme, it's the black and yellow with red eyes, and this here is supposed to be like an old plasma wound where he was shot in the eye and into the brain. So I don't know, I mean GW painted this actually as a skull, but I don't know, it might just seem, I think it might be a bit odd to have like a skull on my army. And what colour skull would they have? I don't know. Yeah, I'm struggling actually with that bit. My son suggested maybe paint it red to match, because I do have some red sections on my army, which is a pretty good idea. While I was talking about it now, right on this video, I've just had the idea of maybe I'll paint it like my wings, like that leathery brown sort of finish. So rather than having this like light poppy yellow, it would be like a dark brown sort of colour. Could be an option, but yeah, let me know what you think of that, because obviously I'm not painting it yet. So yeah, some feedback on that would be pretty cool. I have added the two extended carapaces on here just to match, because all of my big Gribblies tend to have this, because in the old rules this used to give you a better save. Of course that's changed now, but what I did is I put one over each arm just to really make him look a bit beefier and bigger and nastier. I've never used a Carnifex with crushing claws, so I'm looking forward to getting him on the table. I'm thinking maybe put him into a pod. I know he's not the best option for the points, but it's going to be fun, you know, and that's what I want. I want to have fun with him. Okay, so yeah, that's it on what old one eye. I do have. I'll just grab it. There we go. I have started the next unit, which is the Gene Stealers. So far I've just got the bodies and the legs off the sprue. I'm going to build them up. Not sure exactly what options I'm going to go for with these, but I've got quite a few Gene Stealers, but you know, I can never have enough Gene Stealers. And then with the warriors, I've got a little plan for those. I'm going to convert them into Hive Guard, because I already have 12 warriors, so I've got a reasonable amount of warriors. I have no Hive Guard models, and when I do play Hive Guard, I use my warriors as stand-in Hive Guard. So I've got a little idea that I want to try out, convert those into Hive Guard. So really enjoying building these. As I said, I am painting my Space Wolves. This is just a little side project, but I hope to once again finish my Tyranid army. That's the plan anyway. Okay, that's it from me. Thanks for watching.